Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today, the star of the show is something I have been very excited about. It is the brand new skin tint from Fenty, the Fenty Eaze Drop Foundation. This is more of a skin tint, more of almost a tinted moisturizer, if you will. This comes in 25 shades. I got a bit tongue-tied. It's $29.50 and comes in 25 shades. Now, usually Fenty, of course, is very famous for their inclusive shade range of about 50 shades, but because this is such a light, gentle tint, 25 shades is very forgiving, and each shade encompasses 2 or 3 different shades. So they were able to do 25 and still get the whole range of 50 in there. I was going to order this, but I didn't realize it would be in the Sephora stores. So I ran out and picked it up today, and I'm glad I did, because I am a 210 in the regular range, the Pro Filter range of Fenty foundations. And 210 is kind of right in between shade 6 and shade 7. Now, it did recommend that I go with shade 7, and in store, though it is a tad bit tricky in store because we can't really sample, it is true, 7. So if you are looking for what shade you are, especially if you've worn Fenty before, go ahead and trust what the Fenty.com, the website, recommends. It's pretty, appears to be pretty accurate. The 6 would have just been way too kind of beigey for me, and the 8 was going way too dark. So I am the 7. I am wearing it right now. We do have a lot to discuss with it. And when I go to the demo, I want you to hang around. Just don't think it's an ordinary, typical demonstration. I love it, yay. I'm not saying I don't love it. I'm not saying I love it, but I kind of come back in the middle with a few concerns. So I do want you to stick around. I'm not just saying that. I really do want you to stick around and see it. Let's talk a second more about this. This is developed as a no makeup kind of makeup, or like I said, a tinted moisturizer, and also to be almost like a skincare. So it is formulated to work with whatever you're using in the morning or before you go out in terms of skincare and primer, sunscreen. It does not have a sunscreen in it, yay. Because, why? Why do I say yay? I am finding that as sunscreen ages in foundations, it kind of breaks down a little bit and clogs me up and gives me breakouts. So I am never sad to add a sunscreen in. And you would never be putting enough of this on to get that full SPF anyway. So I was very pleased that they didn't go with that kind of marketing technique of putting an SPF in there. And that's the whole idea. This is supposed to layer well, be thin, be comfortable, and just kind of even out any fine lines, pores, and just make you look really flawless, while it should not make you appear to be heavily made up. It is supposed to go anywhere from light to medium, depending upon how much you put on there. So light was a little too light even for me, and I love light. So I put on 2 or 3 coats, and I want to go right now to my application. And like I said, stick with it, because I'm not saying I hate it. I'm not saying I love it, and I really, to be honest, would love to hear your opinion when you see how it wears. Stay tuned. Okay, let's try this baby out. I'm using, testing out some new skincare products. What else is new? And I think it's making me a little bit ruddier complected than usual. So let's see how this does with that. Let me get my hair out of the way here. So once again, I have shade 7 here. And I'm really excited because it says you can use your hands. I love that. So it comes out of the tube really, really easily. So do beware. And you know, you can do the cool like Instagram thing and like pour it. Must we? Okay, so let's just dot it on. I'm not going to pour it on my face because I cannot. I mean, actually it sounds kind of fun, but not going to do it. Let's see what happens. So says it is going to be all the way up from light to medium coverage. And already I'm getting like, look at that. Okay, so I have done, let me just add in here that I have done my skincare. I haven't, one layer here. We'll just stop in the middle. I've done all my skincare. I have not put a primer on, but this is supposedly would work great with that. I just put on the vitamin C I'm testing out. I have some sunscreen on. I cleansed my skin, so that's where we're at here. This is also meant to go with the Fenty primer, which is a very good primer if you haven't tried it. I'm not a huge primer fan. Generally, if I use primer, it's something kind of glowy, like the Victoria Beckham, or I use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless. And that's why I did not put any primer on, because I didn't think something glowy was really meant here. But if you have a primer just to make makeup last longer, then I think, oh, I just got it in my hair. I think that would be one that would go really well. So of course, if you are not Rebecca, who I think I'm in kindergarten and love to play in things with my hands, if you are not me, you can, let's put a little more on, go in with a beauty blender if that's what you prefer. You can go in with a brush. I just like to use my hands, but you don't have to. And look at how well I did with the color. Yes, I went in store, so that helps. But as you know, you can't actually put it on your face. But also these shades are really forgiving. Okay, so let's take a look. That's what, 2.5, who knows, I was talking layers. What do you think? Looking in the mirror here. So obviously I'm going to need some, I'm going to still need a little bit of concealer, obviously, and obviously the rest of my makeup. Let's put the rest of my makeup on. I'll go do that now, and then let's see what we think of the shade. Okay, I'm in the middle here of finishing up. I put on some concealer. Let me just do a close-up. Maybe it's what I have underneath or the sunscreen. I feel like it's a little bit blotchy. Like, I love Fenty. I love Fenty foundations. I feel like it's sitting on my skin a bit. I have no powder on. That's what I want to say. I have no powder on, but it feels like to me right now it looks like I've over powdered. Take a look. Look from far away, like let me zoom out. It looks great. It's like a light coverage foundation. Close up, yeah, I feel like I've put on a ton of powder. And all I did was put a little bit of liquid, my Armani Power Fabric Concealer here. And here, all right, let me finish. But I was kind of hoping that if I zoomed in, you would see that. It's sitting weird on my skin. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts here. I am really glad that all I did was my normal skincare, okay? And maybe some sort of a grippy primer would make all the difference. I'll tell you what I'm going to do in a minute here. Let me just zoom you in here. I feel like this is wearing like a heavier foundation. Like I feel like, I don't feel like I'm seeing, let me just be honest, it feeling a little bit cakey. When I came back in the middle of applying my makeup, and I have done very, very light makeup today, the only powder that I have on is some powder cheek. I have the Stila cheek. I didn't even put any highlighter on, okay? So I've got a little bit of powder cheek, a little bit of powder bronzer. I didn't do any setting or finishing powder, and maybe it needs that, but I don't like to mess with a product, especially a no makeup day, just, you know, your skin but better type product. And as I said in the middle, and I'll rephrase that again, it felt like I was heavily powdered or that I have a much heavier wearing foundation. It like feels like it's kind of settled in there. Look, from afar, I think it's very pretty. I did well on the color choice and it's very pretty. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna play with it in other videos. I didn't think, the reason I did a first impression, and I am gonna put this out because it's in the Sephora stores right now, so you might be going to purchase it. But I want you to bear with me over on Instagram and check down below, check back and check down below. I'm gonna tag stuff. Let me play with this and wear it in a few other ways. I'm filming like 3 videos today. So I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna put primer under, I'm gonna see. Right now, I don't hate it, but for an everyday, no makeup look, I wouldn't reach for it. I feel like it's sinking in. I feel like it wasn't pretty under the eyes. Now I put concealer under the eyes and that helped it. But when I went to put on my concealer, it felt really liney, like linier than under my eyes usually is. And same thing here, like it's finding lines. I love Fenty products. Let's chalk it up to me maybe using it wrong. I'm gonna keep playing with it. I'm gonna update. So I just wanted to let you know, very pretty from afar, easy to do a color match, very wearable. Up close, not loving it currently. Well, let me try it a bunch of different ways and I will definitely let you guys know. And of course, I invite your comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this first impression along with me. And if you haven't already done so, please make sure you subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.